Good morning, good morning. So here is chaos. Just a little pinch of it. Today is technically like day 13 of working on the store. We got the store on, I think, July 2nd. Today is July 19th. I don't know, I've lost track. But anyway, if you've watched some of my videos, then you figured out that I did have a store in Pocatello that I've recently closed. I wasn't actually going to start another store. I used to have one in Preston. It's a big story. I'll probably share that one later. I think I'll make a whole video about it. Anyway, I was just closing my Pocatello store. I was giving stuff away, selling things, all of that. And some of it, you know, you're like, I put money into this. And I'm a single mom with 6 kids. And everything that I spent money on for the store or for my businesses, it represents money that didn't go into my family. So some of these things, you know, obviously I didn't want to just get rid of. You know, we've got this is kind of a mess right now, but you know, $25 for a dolly and $200 for a heat press and $65 for a printer and posters and bread machines. And anyway, it all represents money that didn't go into my family. So I ended up, you know, my house is under construction. Some of you are going to quickly figure out at this point, I have raging ADHD. Raging. I didn't know until I was older. I'm an adult diagnosis. Had no idea why I was so high wired. I even had one doctor recently tell me I'm addicted to Diet Coke, that I had bipolar. I don't know about that one. I haven't done any diagnostic work with that yet. But she literally chased me out into the hallway and like, you need to get diagnosed. And so I don't have the lows. I'm pretty up there all the time with the highs. But what I do have is raging ADHD. And I really have to be going on 50 different things at one time. So we're gonna go back here and start the tour again. So what we're doing right now is walking through my house that is under construction. Again, I can do a video about that one later. This used to be Stan's Market at one point. It's been a whole bunch of different businesses through the years. I bought it 12 years ago and I'm turning it into a triplex. Okay, so discussions of Shannon's ADHD. My happy place, the thing I love doing more than anything is making fudge. So there's my candy refrigerator. We've got a little bit of fudge in there. That is my happy place. It took me like 30 years to figure out that I could make a living making fudge. I was going to completely focus my time and energy into my candy business this year. I closed my store. I started selling off a lot of my hobby things because I have a lot of hobbies. And I was just going to focus. And then I discovered 3D printing. That escalated really fast. So, and you can even tell the ADHD just in what I print. I mean, I just, you know, I got a little rock guy. He's a rock planter. And miniatures. Oh my goodness, I love miniatures. These are dollhouse miniatures. These are for Christmas. We are going to sell them in the store and I'll take them to the shows. Toothbrush holders. You get mini coolers. Anyway, I was sidetracked. Little farms. So we've got 3D printing. And then with my candy, I was going to do slushies. We did do slushies. We've sold slushies. So that machine has made some money for us. I go to fairs and I see people with their heat press, and I'm like, I can do that. So of course, then I had to have a heat press. The dollies to move all the heavy things that I get for my business. Had to have cups for the slushies. I can't remember what that one was for, but anyway, up here in my kitchen, here's the cotton candy maker up there on top of my, and then another video could be my construction. Always creative thinking. How can I fix a problem? So my construction tends to have some interesting things about it. Anyway, back to all of this. Closing down the Pocatello store, there were a lot of things that I was like, I just can't throw that away. I don't have time to sell it. So it ended up coming home and going into my space, and I'm trying to reclaim my space. So I was working on sorting all of this, and you know, my Pocatello store had an apartment above it as well. So I had the store and my home and then an apartment. And so I have triple close of cleaning supplies. And I also was remodeling that building. So doubles of some tools and triples of some cleaning supplies. And anyway, so this is all stuff that came home and got stacked in my place, and it was higher. I'm making progress. I've been working on this morning. This has been my main goal for today, Monday, so that Tuesday I can work on the store and get things out of the trailer. I keep coming over here and sitting at this table, and when you print with 3D printing, a lot of times there's supports, and you have to pick the supports off of the items that you've printed. And then there's sometimes a little bit of cleanup work. Been printing handcuffs, I've got to put the handcuffs together. Anyway, then I started gluing, the little ring fingers had gotten loose on this, so I started gluing those together. Keep in mind, I am supposed to be in this room getting this cleaned up, and I was pretty excited about minimizing my life, simplifying, and being able to finish the remodeling of my house. And now I have all of this in my house, so I can't even work on my remodeling because I have all of this in my house. And I get sidetracked. So at the end of the day, or by about 6, I'm oftentimes absolutely exhausted. Now this over here is going to be my whatnot / eBay room. And as we've been moving stuff, everything, things that are piled in here, those are my personal shoes because my closet, my room is actually not yet. See, this is how the living part of our house where we live is actually not too chaotic. But I can't get that switch to go on. I haven't put the closet in this closet yet. It's not finished. So there's nowhere for my shoes or things, or my coat. So my little coat on the floor right there. Because I don't have a place to put it yet. But in general, and those are not usually the sheets that go on my bed with this comforter. But I just wanted to get my bed made the other day, so I threw on the most convenient sheets in the cabinet. So that's not exactly matching, you know, but sometimes you just do what you gotta do. So you got your sheets for bed. But anyway, so this is all things that I need to either do in a whatnot show or put onto eBay, but I don't have time because I have to do this because I closed a store and then now I've opened a store, so I have to remodel that store. So I also now have tools out in my yard. I don't have a garage at this place, so there's tools in my yard and wood that I brought home. Again, things that I couldn't see throwing away, so I had wood from projects I was doing over at the other store, and it is stacked in my backyard with my saw and more wood for the projects that I have there. I laugh because otherwise I'll cry. But this is the life of somebody with ADHD. It takes so long to finish projects because I have my hands in 15 different projects and I can't seem to stop myself. So here's the other thing is I do have lows. When that doctor accused me of being bipolar, I was like, no, I'm not bipolar. I don't get depressed. I don't get sad. I'm kind of I compartmentalize. If I've got a problem, I always tell people I just put it in my pocket and move on with my day. I can't decide where to fix the camera at. I haven't figured out, I got an update on my phone and now I can't figure out how to switch it around when I'm videoing. So I don't have any choice but to keep wandering around. See, my washer over here needs to move to over here so that I can put in a 3-compartment sink for my candy business. It's exhausting to live inside the ADHD brain. Like I said, I laugh because otherwise you cry, but like I said, I do compartmentalize. Look, have you watched? It's making little cat ghosts and cats with pumpkins. This is the 3D printer. This, that's a whole other story about my ADHD. I absolutely love 3D printing. I absolutely love it. It feeds my ADHD. But I had to have 3 machines to keep my brain busy. Anyway, back to being accused of being bipolar. I do get highly depressed if I do not have a project, a meaningful project that shows some end game. So whether it's building tables or putting together a store or remodeling a house, if I wake up in the morning and I don't have direction and something that has like a nagging at me that it needs to be done, then I get depressed after a day or two. I can't lay around in bed all day, every day. I absolutely have to have something that leaves a mark, whether it's, this is all stuff that needs to be listed. So I did discover I can't just have a simple life. It doesn't make me happy. So there's a sneak peek behind the scenes. This is what we're working on today. I am determined, and I thought, well, maybe if I make this video and I give myself accountability, like I said, I think it's July 19th, might be the 20th. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But it is Monday, and I am determined to win the battle with this room. Now, keep in mind, I don't live like this in my home. This all came from my store in Pocatello. So it has been very hard to have all of this in my home. And I'm determined to focus and stay on task and finish this room today. So I'm going to take pictures, and I've got this video for accountability, and watch for my later video. I'll take some through the day pictures, see how long it takes me. What time is it right now? Let's see, it is 10:11 on Monday, July 20th.